Great, so this is my current project that I'm working on with another new group. I did the design on these levels. The other levels haven't been implemented yet. We've got them created. We're just going to add them into this one. So let me take you through the life of our puzzles. So in the previous games that I've worked on, they're very straightforward. They're very micromanagement. They're action-packed. With this one, we wanted to go a little bit more indie, and we're using Unity as a developer because it allows us to prototype very quickly, although it doesn't give us the control that, say, C++ would. So my scripts are run in C#, and we use Unity, and so you start out my puzzle. You start in a room. You can pick between the red button and the white button. So let's pick the white one, and we head down this way. And we go into a new room. So we say, hey, let's push this button again. Opens another door, we go into this room. And we keep going. Suddenly we've made a full circle, and we realize that something must be going on. So we decide to head back the way we came, and all of a sudden the way has changed. Which is pretty cool. So you enter this room, push a button, push a button, push a button, and you realize that you're doing the same thing that you were before. So it's another recursive puzzle. So you say, well, I'm going to turn around and go back the way I came, but there's no door there. So so people are generally, what we see people do is they try and catch it. They try and catch when the door disappears, and eventually they walk through backwards, right? And then if you're watching the door, then it doesn't disappear. You're instead thrown down this recursive chute, and it'll keep going until you look down and you're suddenly in this room again. Which is pretty cool, right? So we play tested that recursive stuff with about 12 people or so to make sure that they were getting the same experience. And a lot of people were. They were seeing the same thing. The puzzles were very... we used to have just the straight recursive one, but after adding the one that turns and you get the idea to turn around first, you kind of led people into, hey, this is kind of like what we need to do to beat this puzzle. So, on to the red side. So you drop in on this room, which is a pretty empty room. There's no button to open this door that we can see. So we can't open the door, but there are these 3 posts, right? And so these posts are floating in space, which is this is a little harder puzzle, so I think we are going to add some lead up to this one before people are shown how to do this one. So we'll introduce the idea of perspective changes. So if you look at this, the door becomes these posts become a doorway, and once you get it in the right location, it snaps and it becomes a doorway. And through the doorway, we can see the button. So it's kind of cool. And then that's the end of the demo. So we have a couple more levels to introduce people into the perspective changes, and I'm really excited about this one. This is a really cool project that was somewhat inspired from Antichamber, but we decided to take out the gun parts in Antichamber. We decided to take out some other parts and focus on the perspective and the object permanence ideas, and that's what my part of the puzzle is really focusing on. So, yeah, that's this is If Button Pressed.